Hi, YouTubers. Something important. So, I'm in the garage again at my parents' house. I'm smoking nice big ass cigars, the big ass cigar for life. Anyway, the house of keeping, smoking this Romeo Julieta cigar, nice big ass cigar, as in the big ass cigar for life. Anyway, big ass cigar. So, Romeo Julieta cigar, big ass cigar. Anyway, so it's a shitty day here in Massachusetts. So damn cold here, damn hot here, damn. It's a shitty day. So rainy, dreary, cold, raw. It's a shitty day outside. So yeah, it's a sucky day outside. So I was like, I hope I don't have to film myself on the deck, with this damn rain coming down, because I don't want my camera to get wet. It's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't risk it because, this iPhone was like $400. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want that shit to happen. It's like, but thankfully my mother was like, can he smoke in the garage? Because it's like, my dad's like, yeah, he can, because we had some problems with mice, nice big ass mice like the big ass cigar, and we did some repairs in the garage in the basement. So my dad's like, it's not going to hurt the repairs, so that's why I can smoke in the garage. So good for that, because honestly, smoking outside this dreary, rainy, cold, shitty day would be shitty. Honestly, very shitty. So. Anyway, so aside from the sucky weather, it's been a nice day up here. So I've had kind of a quiet day. I slept until, let's see, about 9:30 today. I woke up, I had my breakfast. I had gluten-free waffles for breakfast. Nice big-ass waffles, like the big-ass cigar. Oops, just farted. Nice big-ass farts for life. Yeah. And then after having waffles for breakfast, and also taking a shower, obviously, and I weighed myself this morning. I weighed in at 230, so that's about what I weighed in last week. Give it, a pound or so. I'm somewhere between 229 and 231. First thing in the morning after taking a piss, after taking a dump, nice big ass dump like the big ass cigar. Just being silly ass like the big ass cigar. Yeah, I'm somewhere between, I'm about 230 or so, give or take, which means I've lost almost 20 pounds since May of 2021, which is pretty damn nice. That's pretty damn nice. So, I am happy about that crap, because I have lost, a pretty significant amount of weight. I still have a long way to go. I would like to be... I would love to be 200 pounds again, but I think that's going to take quite some time and also quite some discipline, because that's going to mean removing a lot of things I enjoy right now. Because even though that I have cut down, believe me, I've done a damn decent job. There's a lot of crap I've cut out. I've cut out soda for the most part. I don't have regular soda at all. It's like, and believe me, that's not easy to do. It's like, it sounds so easy. You're like, oh, only fat people drink soda, only, fat people who smell like BO, who don't wash their pits, only fat people drink, soda. It's like, believe me, I would, whether you're fat or not, whether you smell or not, it's like, I would love a soda right now. It's like, I would love a Mountain Dew. I would love a Pepsi right now. It's like, or a root beer. I would love a regular soda. It's like, and believe me, it's not been easy to do over the past, 10 months. And also I've given up, diet soda and diet soda and 0-calorie soda for the most part for a period of time, a period of like 3 to 6 months. I was drinking a lot of 0-calorie and diet soda, but that's really crappy and shitty also. It's like, that really sucks also. Diet soda, for a better word, is fucking terrible for you. It's like, And yeah, so I mean, I've pretty much over the last three or 4 months, given up diet soda. It's like, I'll have a diet soda once a week, and that's about it. Also, juice, nice big ass juice, like the big ass cigar. I've given up juice for the most part. I would love orange juice. I mean, believe me, I love orange juice. Not so much apple juice or grape juice, but I love orange juice. I mean, I miss having a nice big glass of orange juice for breakfast. I mean, I really miss that crap. I mean, for a better word, I really miss it. It's like, but I know long term, at least until I'm really clear of the fatty liver, it's really the right shit for me. It's like, because juice is super, super, super high in sugar. It's like, yeah, I mean, until I get some of these health problems under control, I'm going to pretty much stay clear of juice for the most part. I mean, juice, it's not quite in the same category as soda because it's considered natural sugar as opposed to the high fructose corn syrup. But it's still, still very sugary and crappy. So juice is not a very good substitute for anything. It's about as bad as soda. I mean, it's not quite as bad as soda, but I mean, juice is still pretty sucky overall. So, yeah. Just one sec, YouTubers. Just one sec.
It's going to take me a few minutes.
It's fine, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. Yep. One sec. It's fine.
Going as fast as I can.
Hi, YouTubers. So, if you're wondering what's going on, it's just my mom doing recycles. So, we're in the garage right now. My mom's doing recyclables. It's not really a big deal. I apologize for the little interruption. So, anyway, back to what I was saying is essentially, yeah, juice is pretty sucky overall. It's like, it's not quite in the same category as soda, because soda is the high fructose corn syrup, and that stuff is, a lot of people would argue, is actually addictive, like a drug, hypothetically. But in terms of, juice, it's not much better for you. So I'm actually kind of happy, pretty freaking happy, that I have given up soda and juice, because that's a really big benefit. Because I'll tell you this, and I do apologize for the little interruption there, the little 1.5 minute interruption. That was just my mother doing the recyclables in the garage. She's just sorting the cardboard and the plastic and the metal cans and the soda bottles in the garage. So if you're wondering like what the hell just happened, my mother was just doing recyclables in the garage. Anyway. So, yeah, the fact that so back to the video, I have done a pretty damn decent job in giving up like soda and juice, because that's a big benefit, especially for the fatty liver, because honestly, soda and juice is among the worst things you can have for a fatty liver. It's like, especially a fatty liver with fibrosis, it's like, you do not want to be drinking soda and juice. Same thing as alcohol. I mean, alcohol is something you want to avoid with the fatty liver, and that's why, unfortunately, if my FibroScan comes back not great, I'm going to have to abstain from alcohol for a period of probably 6 months to a year. I don't know how long. And obviously, my fatty liver, for people who are new to my channel, is not related to alcohol. It's not an alcoholic fatty liver or alcoholic fibrosis liver. It's a related to my weight, me being fat ass like the big ass cigar, right? And me having too much shit in my diet. It's like, too much fucking shit in my diet. It's like, so I know in some cases, actually a huge percentage of cases, the fatty liver is related to alcohol. It's related to heavy drinking. It's related to drug use, recreational drug use, intravenous drug use. But in my case, it is related to me being 60 pounds overweight, 70 pounds overweight, 80 pounds overweight, that kind of crap, So that would be classified as a non-alcoholic fatty liver, or NAFD, non-alcoholic fatty liver, so NAFLD. So yeah. Okay, so that's my little rant there. Just so people aren't confused and think, oh, this fatty liver that you have is related to heavy drinking. You must be some kind of crazy alcoholic. You must be somebody who's just chugging bourbon all day long. You're somebody who's just, doing, drugs like smack, whatever. It's like, no. Anyway. So, yeah, so I will give myself a big pat on the back that I've really, given up the soda and the juice. I mean, the soda is like once a week I'll have a 0-calorie or diet soda. Usually a 0-calorie soda. And then the juice is, I typically have a small little glass of orange juice once a week, maybe twice a week. So that's something I really will give myself a pat on the back for, because that has definitely improved things. And that will really help the inflammation in the liver, because sugar is probably the worst thing you can have for a fatty liver. That's one of the reasons why alcohol is bad for a liver. Even if, even if your fatty liver is not related to alcohol intake or drug intake, it's related to being overweight or obese. It's because alcohol itself has a lot of sugar to begin with. Well, a lot of alcohol has sugar to begin with. Not all alcohol, but you get the fucking point. So yeah. I mean, wine has a lot of sugar. Mixed drinks like pina coladas, strawberry daiquiris, whiskey sours, margaritas have a lot of sugar in them. So I think beer has a decent amount of sugar. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And no, I'm not a beer snob. I'm not a beer connoisseur. I'm not somebody who's trying the latest, fucking lager. It's like, So somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. I think beer has a lot of sugar. I think a lot of alcohol has a lot of carbohydrates also. Like beer and ale has a lot of carbohydrates, because sugar is basically carbohydrates. It's basically, if you don't use it, you don't work out, you don't get all sweaty in the gym, you don't run on the treadmill, you don't talk how big your pecker is. Just kidding about that last part. If you don't work out the sugar, it's like, essentially gets stored as fat or glucose in the body, and that affects things like the liver, for example. And that's where I got my fatty liver from, is from, having too much sugar in my diet back in 2017. That's where I got the elevated liver function, the elevated liver muscle irritation, the ALT, the AST, so, and the very small amount of scarring or fibrosis. So, yeah, it's like, so I will give myself a pat on the back that I have cut out the soda and the juice. And my nutritionist, according to her, says, I'm not going to mention her name, basically says having a small 4-ounce glass of juice once a week is totally fine. That is totally fine, and that is the recommended serving of juice, and that is totally fine for your health, even with the fatty liver. So, that is totally fine. And like on the way home from, my mom and I were just doing errands. We just went to the liquor store, not the typical ass liquor store, but a different package store. And I bought some wine, and I also we bought some groceries at the grocery store, Roche Brothers. And on the way home, I had a bite size or a fun size candy. It's like, I hardly, also candy, something I really cut out also. Another thing in addition to soda and juice is candy. I mean, I used to have not a lot of candy, but I mean, I wasn't a big candy eater. That's probably why I don't have cavities. It's like, But I used to have a lot more candy. I mean, a couple of years ago, like 2019, before COVID hit, I was eating quite a bit of candy. I mean, a lot of candy. It's like, and also, Ore Burner, I've really cut down on candy. It's like, I mean, I will still occasionally have candy, and I mean, having a fun size or bite size Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is probably okay, even with the fatty liver, because I'm only doing it once a week. It's like, I mean, it's like, I mean, some people would argue, oh, you should have zero sugar. You shouldn't even have a spoonful of sugar in your coffee, your frickin' coffee, because that's just, sugar is terrible in general. But it's like, you have to pick your poison. It's like, you have to pick your poison. It's like, and I mean, I'm not going to because your body needs some degree of everything. It's like, that's just the fact, Jack. It's like, don't talk crap. It's like, don't talk back. I mean, your body needs some degree of everything. I mean, everyone's body needs some degree of carbs. Everyone's body needs some degree of fat. Everyone's body needs some degree of sugar. No one needs trans fat. Absolutely no one needs trans fat. I think it's illegal now. I think trans fat is illegal now. But I mean, everybody needs some degree of carbohydrates. Everyone needs some degree of saturated fat in their diet. I mean, if you don't have some degree of fat, some degree of sugar, some degree of, processed stuff, I mean, you're going to have health problems. It's like, because keep in mind, not only is it unhealthy to be obese, it's also unhealthy to be underweight. It's like, you need some degree of, protein, and it's a balancing act. It's like, it's a balancing act, balancing all these things together, figuring out, how much, finding out, how much, protein, how much carbohydrates, figure out, how much sugar, how much, fat, how much sodium you have. It's all really a balancing act. That's really all it is. And keep in mind, calories in general is just a numbers game. It's really figuring out how much calories you're consuming. And I mean, I can tell you right now, I consume way above 2,000 calories a day. I mean, there's no way in hell that I'm consuming under 2,000 calories a day. And yeah, it's like, I'm consuming probably closer to 3,000 calories, maybe more closer to 2,500, and that's why I'm still carrying around this weight that I have right now. And it's like, actually most people consume more than 2,000 calories a day. Most people consume closer to 2,500, the recommended amount for sugar, it's like nice big ass sugar, like the big ass cigar. Most, the recommended amount of sugar per day of natural sugar is 36 grams, 37 grams. Most Americans consume around 70 grams. It's like, that's why most Americans are a little bit overweight. It's like, most Americans are not the beautiful, handsome prince with luscious blonde hair, big beastly abs, big 12-inch pecker. It's like, because most people are a bit overweight. It's like, it's pretty damn common to be a little bit overweight. Now, if you're talking morbid obesity, you're talking 400, 500, 600, 700 pounds, that's a little bit different. You're talking about the people who can't wipe their asshole, it's like, that's a little bit different, But if you're talking about somebody who's 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 20 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight, I mean, come on. It's like, I have a hard time believing at least 1 out of 5 of you or 1 out of 3 of you is at least 10 pounds or 20 pounds overweight. It's like, I mean, can you still wipe your butt at 10 pounds overweight? Of course you can. It's like, and I'm not getting into a big debate about, like, body shaming or, like, being all beastly and talking about your pecker. It's like, no, it's like, but I mean, it's like, come on. At least 1 out of 3 of you is at least 5 pounds overweight, 3 pounds overweight. Come on. It's like, and most doctors will tell you being 5 pounds overweight is not a big deal. It's like, if your ideal body weight is 185 and you're 190, that's not a big deal at all. And a doctor's not going to say, oh my god, OMFG, you're 5 pounds overweight, you need liposuction. It's like, no, it's like, now if you're somebody like me, where you're 60 pounds over your ideal body weight, yes, that's a big deal, because you are anything over 50 pounds over, if you're at 50 pounds or more over, 50 pounds, not 15 pounds, you're 50 pounds or over your ideal body weight, that is directly affecting your health. And that is causing health problems. And at one point, I was over 80 pounds over my ideal body weight back in 2018. That's definitely affecting my health. It's like being over 80 pounds over my ideal body weight, being close to 85 pounds over my ideal body weight. That's approaching mild morbid obesity. Excuse me. Absolutely, if you're that overweight, it's definitely affecting your health. And that's where I got the small amount of scarring and fibrosis in my liver. That's where I got the high blood pressure, the cholesterol issues, the triglyceride issues. It's like, it's okay to be 5 or 10 pounds over your ideal body weight. It's not okay to be almost 100 pounds over your ideal body weight. And once you hit 100 pounds over, you are definitely affecting your health. And that's considered to be morbid obesity, and you are shortening your life, and you are cutting years off your life, and you are definitely going to have health problems. There's always going to be some lucky bastard who's going to be like, I'm 130 pounds over my ideal body weight, I have no health problems, my blood pressure's fine, I don't smell, it's like, I can run marathons. Okay, you're a lucky bastard. It's like, so most of us who are that overweight have health problems. It's like, most people who are 100 pounds or more over are on blood pressure medication. A lot of people like that are pre-diabetic, or diabetic, That's why my doctor, nice big-ass doctor like the Big Ass Cigar, she wanted to screen me for diabetes back in 2018 because she was concerned at over 80 pounds over my ideal body weight that I would be at risk for diabetes. Thankfully, my A1C was 5.4, 5.3. It was 5.4 in 2019, 2020. So, but anyway, yeah, it's like, when you're almost 85 pounds over your ideal body weight, your doctor's going to want to do a diabetes test, because that's where you're going to start running into, like, the shit of diabetes. It's like, and yeah, it's kind of like the old saying, everything in moderation. It's like, everything in moderation. That's what my grandmother used to say, because it's like, yeah, it's fine to, it's totally fine to have a hamburger from McDonald's once a month. That's not going to hurt you, because your body can naturally filter out those crap and toxins and shit. It's like, your body can naturally break down that crap, can naturally break down that stuff, and then shit it out and piss it out, and it's not a big deal. But if you're having a hamburger from McDonald's every single day, that's going to directly affect you, and you are going to gain weight. It's just a matter of time. It's like, having a chocolate bar once a week or once every 10 days isn't going to do much damage to your body. It's like, same thing with alcoholic beverages. I can't glorify in any way, shape, or form, nor would I. It's like, having 2 or 3 alcoholic drinks a week for a healthy adult man or healthy adult woman who's on no medication, who has no tendency towards alcoholism, who's never had a problem with alcohol, is not going to do much damage to your liver. It's like, because your body can naturally filter out those toxins. It's like if you have a, 1 beer once a week, it's like, your liver can naturally filter out the alcohol. But it's like if you're drinking 6 shots of bourbon a day, or 6 strawberry daiquiris with rum, or, 7 pina coladas a day, you're going to have fibrosis and cirrhosis. It's like, because your body can't handle that amount of toxins, and you're going to be shit-faced, you're going to be drunk. It's like, so, yeah, I mean, there's a certain tolerance your body has. It's like, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you have a strawberry frosted or Boston cream donut once every 2 weeks, that's not going to do much damage to your body unless you're a celiac. It's like, or unless you're allergic. It's like, because your body can naturally filter out and naturally shit out, naturally piss out those toxins. It's like, but if you're having 3 chocolate frosted donuts every single day, that's going to affect your body. That's going to affect, your liver. It's going to affect your bloodstream. It's going to go into your body. It's going to fuck up your body. It's like, so it's like, and like I said, it's not really that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal when you're talking about 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds overweight, 15 pounds overweight, because, yeah, it's like, carrying around that little amount of, belly fat is not really that big of a deal. It's like, because your body can naturally, filter out those toxins and crap. It's like, but when you're talking about being 50, 75, 125 pounds, 200 pounds overweight, that's going to affect your body, and your body won't be able to filter out and piss out and shit out, those toxins. It's like, so I hope you get what I'm saying. It's like, everything in moderation. So, it's like, that's why me eating, 2 gallons of ice cream a week back in 2017 led to small amounts of scarring in my liver, because, yeah, your body can't filter out or piss out or shit out, 2 or 3 gallons of ice cream a week. It's like, it overloads your body. It overloads your circuits. It's like, yeah, it's like, that's why that led to, damage in the liver, is because it's so much crap. It's like, for a better word, so much crap. I mean, anyway, I hope you enjoyed hearing me ramble. So that's about it. So pretty fucking cool. Bye.